Welcome everyone to this gratitude yoga flow inspired by the Pothos. I'm Sarah Peel, the founder and, as I like to joke, the Chief Sunshine Officer at Petit Soleil Studio. I work with clients on planterior design for their homes, and I also run workshops on the benefits of plants for well-being. And I often bring yoga into those workshops, so this series is really an extension of that work. And I hope this 20-minute flow really blesses your day. So the Pothos is probably very familiar to you because it's just so easy to grow and propagate, which means make plant babies from cuttings. And it's a very satisfying plant for beginners. People also get quite obsessed with it because the vines are just so spectacular. And the leaves can be beautifully variegated, which means that they will have white or yellow markings. But why is it an inspiration or gratitude? Well, it has such a very wide tolerance for light, water, and nutrient requirements. It's like it's so thankful for what it gets, even at the bare minimum, that it can produce these abundant vines. So just think about how amazing its lushness would be when the conditions are ideal. So whenever you see a pothos, let it remind you of the power of gratitude. Thankfulness helps us to thrive and grow lushly regardless of our circumstances. And that, my friends, is what joy is, right? Gratitude is generative. It leads to more abundance, which leads to joy. Oh my goodness, I'm really stoked for this practice now, and I hope you are too. You are welcome to light candles or essential oil if that helps you to be more present in your practice. I'll just move my plant friend off to the side. I've got some beeswax candles, which I love. So this practice is not going to be about strengthening. This is a stretching and opening practice, so it should be available to anyone, whatever yoga level you're at. Maybe this is your first yoga class, so in that case, welcome. And if you're an advanced yoga practitioner, you'll know the benefits of stretching and opening as well. Breathing helps us to be present, and then gratitude opens us up. And it makes us expansive and primed to receive. Just like the pothos is so grateful to receive whatever water, light, and nutrients come its way. So we're going to reflect that posture of gratitude in our body, mind, and spirit all the way through this practice. So let's get started in a comfortable seated pose. We're going to take 3 breaths up and over with our arms above our heads and then back down through prayer. In through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And one more. And this time we're coming up. This time we're going to go over to the side. So the right hand comes down to your mat and your left arm comes up and over like a rainbow. And your left hip comes down to the mat to just kind of get a nice juicy stretch through your side. And then we'll come back up. Hands touch at the top and then back over to the other side. Pushing your right hip down and your right arm up and over. And then let's do 2 more sets. And this time, let's start to add some twisting. So our left hand is going to come on our right knee, and our right hand is just going to go right behind our behind, pushing into the ground, pushing our knee down, and twist gently to look behind us. Up to center, and then let's push into that one. Looking back behind us, this beautiful pothos. Let's do 2 more in a flow. Great. Now we're going to do a bit of a neck stretch. So we'll breathe up. And then the right hand is going to come and rest just on the corner of the left side of your head, not pushing down, just a little bit of a weight. Your left fingers are just fluttering at the mat, and your ear is going down towards your right ear. Just a gentle stretch through your left side. And then turning, our hand is on the back of our head and our nose is towards our armpit. Just breathing through the gentle stretch here. And you'll find that if on your exhale through stretching, if you engage your core muscles, you get a deeper stretch, releasing your hand here to the side and our nose just right down towards the navel. Inhaling, sweeping up, and let's do the other side. So right hands to the mat, left hand on the side of the head. Inhaling and exhaling, engaging the core muscles, wrapping those core muscles like a big belt around your spine. And just feel the stretch going deeper. And let's pivot to our nose, to our armpit. Just enjoying the stretch here. And then releasing, nose to belly button. Great. Just a cleansing breath. I'm going to move my candles. So we're going to do staff pose. So come into a seated staff pose. So your legs are straight out in front of you and your feet are flexed. We're just going to continue to bring life into all of our joints before we start. This is all about opening up our bodies for gratitude. So let's point and flex our feet and then also do what I call the roller coaster for our wrists and our fingers going the other way. Do some circles. Feeling good. Getting that synovial fluid into our joints really helps with our mobility. Excellent. And then we're going to do a bit of a roll down. So this is going to help us to articulate the muscles in between our vertebrae. So we're going to breathe at the top. And as we roll down one vertebra at a time, we're just going to reach as far as we can, as far as is available to us, all the way down, one vertebra at a time. So inhaling and exhaling. Sweeping as far as you can. That feels good. And then sweeping back up, stacking your spine one on top of the other. Breathing up and exhaling. Let's roll back down. Let's do 2 more. Breathing up and exhaling down. All right, now we're getting my candles again. So bring your legs into either a gentle V or a wide straddle split. And we're just going to bring some more space in between our ribs and all through our back through some movement. So we're going to breathe up and then really leaning over towards the right side. And then we're going to just pivot and drag our hands along, opening up to the left. Inhaling to come down one side and exhaling. One more in this direction. And then switch. Feels good. all the way around the world. One more. Excellent. So bring your legs in, fold them over to one side. Now we're going to do a cat-cow flow with some meditation. We're going to exhale with the cat, and we're going to release anything that's heavy or stressful in your life, anything that's not serving you right now. And then when we inhale, we're going to inhale gratitude that's inspired by our Pothos. And I'm going to cue you through that. Okay, so let's come onto our knees. Knees are right below our hips, and our hands are right below our shoulders. Our fingers are spread nice and wide. And we'll just do a couple of cat and cow before we start the meditation. So we'll inhale here in neutral, and then exhale as we curve into that cat shape, all the way down. Inhaling to come into cow, stretching the tummy, presenting our chest forward. We're not going too far back and crunching our head because that is a little bit dangerous. So here we go. Exhaling and inhaling, rolling each vertebra, starting with the tailbone all the way up like a string of pearls. All right, on this next exhale, we're just going to release anything that's not serving you. And we're going to inhale the light that helps to set the rhythm of our day. Exhale anything that's not serving you. Yeah, let go. Inhaling water that hydrates us. So thankful. Exhale, let it go. Inhaling, so thankful for the food that nourishes us. Exhale. And inhaling, so thankful for the loving people who care for us. And then back down into neutral. Then we're going to tuck our toes and give ourselves just a little bit of a toe stretch before we come into standing. And then hands on the mat, push yourselves back, and then let's come up to standing. So we are going to come into mounting pose first before we do a few more stretching and balancing poses in standing position. So mountain pose, we've got our feet planted hip distance apart, pulling our quads up away from our knees, our pelvis is tucked, and our vertebra is stacked one on top of the other. Our head is lifting up to the ceiling. Arms are gently at the side. Our shoulders are down away from our ears, and our shoulder blades are just folded on our back, just like wings. Let's breathe here. Excellent. Let's bring our arms up. There we go. I'm going to turn myself so that you can see. We're going to go into chair pose. So again, the feet are staying at hip distance apart, and we're going to sit down as if we're going to sit on a chair that is a little bit too far away from ourselves. We're trying to stack our knees right above our heels, and we're going to breathe in to sweep up, and then exhale, we come back down, hands in prayer position. Let's do 2 more of those. And exhale. Now on this next one, we're going to twist to the right, opening our arms up wide to the sides, looking back at your right arm, your fingertips waving there. Inhale, straight up to the center, and then exhale, coming and opening up to the left. Rinsing out that spine again, getting all that synovial fluid in there. squeezing all of our internal organs, which is why twists are such a cleansing thing to do. And this last one, here we go, and come back up into prayerful mountain pose. So let's do the eagle pose. So we're going to open our arms wide, and we're going to sweep our right elbow underneath our left, bring our arms up, our forearms up in a 90-degree angle. And if it's available to us, we're going to have our hands in prayer. And just like we were opening up different parts of the body, we're going to open up all those muscles in between our shoulder blades with some circular movement, reaching forward with our elbows, giving our back muscles a bit of a massage. Awesome. Now, if this is available to you, we're going to go into the full eagle pose. But if it's not, you can just come back down into chair. All right, so take your weight onto your left foot and then cross your legs, squeezing your calves together like they're one leg. And breathe here. Excellent. And releasing, and we're just going to make that our movement really juicy and organic here to release the muscles before we come into eagle on the other side. So breathing up. This time we're going to bring the left underneath the right. Forearms cross, hands in prayer, and let's massage the other side. Using circles with our elbows forward and back. So good. Now let's bring our weight onto our right foot and coming into chair as we cross that leg over the other. Ooh, if you wobble, that's okay. Just come right back into it. And then releasing. Awesome. Let's have some juicy organic movement to just release those muscles. All right, and to end our standing poses, we're going to do the breath of joy, which is 3 quick little breaths in and then 1 big one as we fall forward with a ha. So you follow me. Excellent. And then rolling down our spine back onto our mats. All right, here we are. Now we're going to be doing some side-to-side movements. So I'm just going to move my candles off to the side and scoot down so that you're midway through your mat, and bring your knees up to your chest. And we're just going to give ourselves a big hug into a tiny little bowl. And then release. Ah, it feels so good. Now let's give the back of our pelvis a bit of a massage. We're just going to go around in a circle, and you can feel the 4 points of the back of your pelvis and your tailbone press into the mat, giving yourself a little massage. Let's go the other direction. Feels so good. This is one of my favorites. And then placing our feet gently on the floor just below our behinds. We're going to bring our right foot onto our left knee and then bring that left leg up, pass our hands through, and lace our fingers behind. Let's flex both of our feet to protect our knees, and we're going to pull the left leg in to give ourselves a good stretch through the hips. We keep a lot of our tension in our shoulders and our hips. And so when we release, it just allows us to breathe deeper. And it actually helps us to get into that space of gratitude easier. When we feel open in our bodies, we feel open to thankfulness and abundance and joy. So it's really good to release tension. Here we go. Let's bring that one down, and then we'll switch Doing the same on the other side. Breathing through the stretch. Being sure to keep our feet flexed. And then let's place that right foot, but we're going to keep our foot on our knee, and we're going to take our arms up into cactus, and we're going to take the knees over to the left or whatever side you're taking them to, and then we're going to look in the opposite direction for a reclined spinal twist. So good. Inhale, exhale, using your abs. Bring everything to the center, and let's switch. Bringing the knees down to the opposite side and the gaze to the other. Excellent. Using the abs to bring everything to the center, feet stretch out into Shavasana, otherwise known as the gingerbread man shape. And this is where we integrate our practice, just by basking. You don't have to do anything. You're just enjoying and basking in the goodness and connecting. Now you can stay here if you'd like. Pause the video and stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. But for the rest of us, I'm going to roll over to one side and then gently push your hand into the ground, coming back up to comfortable seated pose. Now, to end our practice together, I'd like you to think of 3 things that you're grateful for. And after you acknowledge that, I'd like you to say to yourself, may all be so blessed. Just to extend that goodness out into the world. So take this time to do that. May all our relations, all humans, animals, plants, and ecosystems be so blessed. Namaste. Thank you for sharing this practice with me.